E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to map number 2 of what is going to be our grand final of the Shanghai EU Invitational, well, Shanghai Invitational EU Qualifier. It is going to be a tough battle now for HAVU. They lost the first map in very close fashion. Both teams could have taken it. I don't think anybody could have taken it away from either team if they'd won. Very close series in the end. But now we're going to move on to cash, and we're just going to have to see if any mental factors will come in for HAVU. It's a difficult loss when it comes so close, especially on your map choice. And the other worrying thing as well is, if you're going to be scared to play Space Soldiers on any map, this is definitely the map you have to worry about. It's bad again, really? Is it making crackling noises? Of course, going into this map, as said, it is going to be not all the time. Well, it did. Okay, I don't really know what to do about that. If it starts doing it, I'll just have to restart. I suppose I can just restart the sound now. Let's give it a go. Alright, that should have fixed it, hopefully. We are just going to be waiting for the remaining players to get into the server. They should be coming in pretty soon. Only one missing by the looks of things. That is going to be Major himself. You're deaf. Yes! Mainly because of the sound being turned off for just a second. But does anybody believe? That's the question. Who believes in the comeback from HAVU? I do think it's going to be very difficult. If they manage to do it on cash, I'll be very impressed indeed. Yeah, the classic fix. Just turn it off, turn it back on again. I'm a believer. I believe. I'm glad. There's some faith. Faith of the Finns. See, if they don't win this tournament, right? Then if they don't win this qualifier, then their life in the tournament will be finished. But And at that moment was when all of Tom's family, his parents, his friends were disappointed in him for making such a terrible joke. Oh, I like jokes like that. I do think that Space Soldiers still have a name where I kind of want to know where it came from. Like, it's like, so we're soldiers, yeah. That's not cool enough. It's like, oh. Where are we from? Mars soldiers? Nah, that doesn't sound very good, does it? What about space? Ooh, space. Final Frontier. From Salvatore with my emote. Stanley Parable. I have played that game. That game really made me laugh. But it was very, very sort of quickly over for me. Because it's like one of those games where you can play a certain amount of times. You're like, it's kind of boring now. And I don't want to look up the endings, otherwise there's no point. So, you know. I'm not sure who we're waiting for now. Everybody seems to be here. Just hoping for some... Is no one? Okay. It seems like maybe someone's gone to the loo again. I know that Sergey was supposedly in there before. Luckily, this time it's not going to be like we saw before where it was getting towards his bedtime. Because, well, at least for me, it's only 6 p.m. And for him, I imagine it's 7 p.m.? Do I have a favorite team? Not particularly. I quite like G2, but I wouldn't say they're my favorite team. It's like, who I want to win games changes daily. Like, it just depends on the matchup. It'll be 8 p.m. Okay. Am I a Space Soldiers fan? I actually really like both of these teams, so it's quite hard for me. The thing is, there's sort of teams that are very exciting to watch, and a lot of that revolves around the individuals within the team, and I think this is definitely one of them. You got Zontaras and Calyx, who can both turn around on his head, and then on the other side, you got Otten, who's a very sort of flashy AWPer, and you've got, obviously, Sergey, who is just nuts. So I do like watching both these teams. I think a lot of the time, I have favorite players rather than actual favorite teams, because, like, for example, I like Virtus Pro for multiple different reasons. Like, everybody loves Pasha. If you don't love Pasha, you're wrong. You've got Taz, who is just... I love his camera presence. And then you got Snacks, who just, like, watching him play is just so much fun. Like, what he does, no one else can really do. There's always one in the toilet. Always one in the toilet. But yeah, so I like individual players on that team. So I quite like Virtus Pro, although they have been in quite a bit of a slump recently. Looks like we are going into our knife round, so we are good. But then there's like my favorite player is probably Shox. What? Not when he's in-game leading. More when he's just allowed to free roam and sort of go aggressive. I think he's very exciting to watch. Zipix as well. His sort of clutches. Source quality should be 720p. Can be that. Well, it's literally the second highest I think you can put it on the whole thing, so can't be that low. Don't think I've dropped any frames throughout the whole thing. Nope. Okay. Well, we are going to see SS winning themselves the knife round, so just waiting for the coach, I think the coach has crashed, so we'll just be waiting before the decision is made by Space Soldiers. You need to pee. Well, you don't, this isn't like school. You don't need to put your hand up. Go. There we go. It's going to be the switch. Actually, Space Soldiers choosing the T side. Now, I do think for them, it is the stronger side. Oh, you love me. I love you guys too. Do I think Sergey is going to be a big name in the future? I think he's already becoming a big name now. Okay, maybe not in the tier 1 scene, but yeah, for sure. For sure. He's incredible. If he keeps on the same trajectory that he is now, he could be the best. Like, genuinely. Obviously, that trajectory is very hard to keep up with. He's gone from being very much unknown by the majority of people, including myself, to being someone you're just like, okay, this kid's actually nuts. Who won the knife round? Space Soldiers. So they actually did pick the T side. I'm not that surprised by that, though. They're very, very good on the T side. Yeah, that is the same Sergey that is 15 years old and has been playing FPL. There's a few youngsters as well. I hate to name drop him because he is such a cocky little, you know what. But Esperanto as well is someone I've actually known for a while because of Lithuanian Counter-Strike. And he's incredible. He's annoying, but he is incredible. He knows I'm better, though. He knows I'm better. Who's the best rising star? Ooh. By the looks of it, I think Sergey and Frozen are probably the ones I'm looking at. But it's very difficult to tell until they get into like a team that's actually going to be getting to the very top. HAVU are definitely looking good though. And we'll see if they can get themselves through to the $150,000 Shanghai finals. But it's going to be Space Soldiers standing in their way already. A nice start from Karon. We'll be able to find one with the USP. Looking to try and spin around. He's got lots of places to watch at the moment. Has to be a little bit careful about it. Is he slowly going to be surrounded in? Snaps onto Major, but it's still just going to be trades for now. Alexi gives them the man advantage once again. Bomb still trying to make its way onto the site, and a little bit of a battle going in from behind. Was that through smoke, or did it just fade a little bit more on his screen before he did on mine? Calyx manages to finally win that battle in mid. Can he make the 1v2? It's not going to be easy, that's for sure. Looking to try and rotate back around towards the car, and he has 20 HP. To try and peek back in. Alexi is going to be looking for the peek out, and Calyx hits the instant headshot. Now it's into the 1 versus 1. They have to watch the fact that Zate doesn't actually have any armor. The aim punch could be real. Push. Looking to come back in. 20 seconds coming up on the clock. Still a lot of work to do. If he can hit another shot like that, maybe there's a chance for Calyx, but as he goes to round the corner, he's got to be careful. Zate misses, and this could be a chance to actually get that bomb down. There's nothing Zate can really do to deny this, at least. It's just going to go for the open plant. Peeks back around, misses the shot. An opening for Calyx. A chance for this man to clutch it out for his team, and they're both hitting shots. 5 HP for Calyx. It is just going to be down to the headshot of both players now, ridiculously low. It could come down to just one, but Zate will peek out and close him in the end. Holy cow, that was close, and for some reason he's put an Immortals graffiti down. Wasn't quite welcome to the clutch, but it's not bad. I guess you could say maybe Calyx didn't prove it, you know? But let's see how many people get that. That was I think that's on point reference. There you go. Please don't hurt me. Ooh, hello. Push could be coming in early on. Karon. Bomb actually goes down for the T side. They've still got all 5 players alive. Trying to hold on here. This is already a second bomb plant. The buy coming back into the next round from Space Soldiers is going to be very good indeed. Let's see how much damage they can do. Zontar is on the Deagle. Calyx has one as well. Surely not. Surely there's no way they can do this. It would be utterly ridiculous, but Zontaris is utterly ridiculous. He will hit a second. It is going to be on to Engine and Calyx. Engine on the side. The bomb's actually starting to tick pretty fast. Calyx going to go running straight through the smoke. And just to deny it, all there's going to be is Engine. They're just going for the defuse. He peeks out, but he can't stop Botond, who is just going to crouch and just about survive. Again, very close round. Almost done by that T side. However, with the amount of damage plus a bomb plant, here comes the big boy buy from Space Soldiers. A chance to reset them. Into mid. I'm going to take a little bit of damage, but not anything too much so far, and I think the same may be coming in onto Paz as well. Almost identical, 10 and 7 damage. HAVU don't have much money left, but the same could be said for the T side, so whoever wins this round, likely to get the next one as well. Molotov's going to be thrown into the back of sight, and the push now comes into middle already. First kill goes the way of the T side. Sergey looking for the trade. It's actually a bit of a misspray coming out from Zontara. It's not something you say too often. Now Paz looking for the entry onto the site. There's one man to deal with on the site itself, but already he takes down Sergey. Caron, he's got to be a survivor here. Manages a first, drops the bomb. 7 HP. Tagged very low indeed. Pop flash, not going to really achieve anything. Slows him down a little bit. Zarte does manage to at least turn it into a 2 versus 2. However, Calyx is still going strong. Finds his second. It's left all onto Ottend. 1v2. Major. Oh no, he's going back straight into him. Right behind him is Major. Easiest kill of his life. And it will be 2-1. Space Soldiers do break back. And with the amount of damage that they've done in the previous, going to be tough to buy into this next one. T-sub once again going to be pushing into middle, and the CTs have bought into this. Alexei, good luck, my friend. He doesn't have a smoke. Just going to be forced into the open, and 2 quick, easy entry kills for Space Soldiers. Push from the CT side. A little bit of aggression over towards Checkers as well. There is going to be a second man rotating in towards this A site. With a minute left on the clock, Space Soldiers don't really need to do too much. They've already got a 2-man advantage. They can just take portions of the map. They managed to sneak into middle with Engine currently just waiting around white box. Doesn't have an AK, so in terms of range, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to actually take that battle. At the same time, well, it shouldn't be too bad considering how many players are left and the fact they're actually going towards the B site. Sergey, the only one here. He's pretty good. How much damage can he do with that CZ? Okay, an AK. That makes things a little bit more interesting. Pre-fired through the wall, though, and it will just leave the rotators left. Engine will be able to get one, but gets tagged pretty low indeed. And Zarte with a nice trade will at least net himself a UMP, but likelihood is he's just going to want to try and save into this round. Incendiary thrown out. Not really sure why. Calyx will decapitate him at the end. 2-2. CT side not going to be able to buy into the next round anyway, so it will just be an easier round for Space Soldiers. And in terms of economy, they're off to a flying start. We'll be able to build up even more cash in this round, although they did lose a few to the pistols in the previous. More annoying. Esperanto. Oh, Sakrami, hands down. Sakrami has a mic that's literally just a potato, which he's taken a USB cord and plugged it in one end and then plugged it into the other end. Then it's like, nah. It's like, ugh. Zontaras. Already picking up the first. Sukrami is somebody who works for Liquipedia. Pretty sure he made my Liquipedia page, so that may be changing very soon to say something very unflattering, but I think it was worth it for the joke. Already, T-side will dominate this A-side. And goodbye through the corner of the car. I'm going to be going down, and if they can keep this flawless, this will just be a wonderful amount of money to be made by the Turkish side. Otten and Zarte gonna try and get themselves a kill. Pick up a weapon. That's the best case scenario here. Paz even pushing him with a Glock. And Otten. What do you do here? Spots out Major. However, Major spots him back. All 5 players, even still quite a bit of utility left onto the Space Soldiers side. Here we go. Now comes the buy. Otten saves a little bit of extra money to make sure he can have that AWP. Actually a very effective weapon. Considering the map itself, you would sort of think that it was a much smaller map than what we see of a lot of the others. You wouldn't expect the AWP to be so effective, but there's so many angles that you can just section off with an AWP. I heard you No, Sakrami, I don't know what you're talking about. If you're watching, you would know, you know? But you're not very dedicated, are you? Alexi's managed to push into middle and has support as well from the vent. However, that may not last for very long as the Molotov will be thrown in and Sergey has to try and jump back out. Karon going to be left into middle to try and support Alexi, who is down below. A minute left on the clock. T's already going to be taking a little bit of control, and here comes the push already. One comes in, but quickly the trades are about. Major just going to be running back through the smoke, and Karon happy to just do the damage and try and go for a bit of a repeat. The problem is, in the meantime, they have lost the A site. Doesn't last very long, however, and it is just going to be down to Calyx. He's had a strong start to this game and a strong finish to the previous map as well. Pretty sure he was top fragging. Either him or Zontares. The question is, how much can he realistically do? Switches over to the AWP. Could just opt to save it. Bomb is planted for him. Just going to look to try and hold on the cross. Individual shots, but doesn't quite connect the first. That may be the miss that costs him, but there's a second. Gets given another, and it's left all onto Sergey. 1 versus 1, and Calyx clutches it 1v3. Incredible performance from him already. 3 versus 1, and he doesn't even break a sweat. Four to 2. That's got to be a hard hit for HAVU. Oh, that was a nice bit of alliteration, wasn't it? They're going to be back to pistols once again. 3,400 put into their bank accounts in the next round anyway, as it will be maxed out. 1v1 against Vega. As they probably should. Calyx and Zontares will already be ending 2 lives. An engine will find 1 more. Bomb's still down. They're just looking to try and take whatever they can at the moment. Calyx is still not going to go down. Looked like he should have done there. And... dirty. Dirty. Double AWP setup. Azarte, well, I've been told by you guys before that he used to be the AWPer for this team until Otten came and ruined everything. He's now going to be playing the secondary role. A lot more mid-presence in this round from the CT side. AWP here to support. Molotov actually going to miss his mark. Will leave things a little bit more problematic, but the T's have just gone quickly onto A. Karon removed within a matter of seconds, and now Sergey looking to try and peek back in. Does manage to at least trade 1 back. However, still leaves it in a difficult scenario. Bomb is going to be planted. Smoke to try and hold them for now, and a double AWP set up in a retake is not going to be easy whatsoever. Calyx back in main once again. We've already seen some pretty impressive stuff. Major actually going to go pushing both players left blind. It takes him quite a long time. It doesn't matter though, because it leaves a little bit of space for Zontares, and space and Zontares go so well together. Calyx will decapitate Zarte at the end. And once again, it's another round for Space Soldiers. 6 to 2. Pause going to be called by HAVU. I think it's about time. They're playing Epicenter. Okay. I think, yeah, Na'Vi should realistically be getting through. The way they've done it is kind of weird, though, because it's like they've got that sort of qualifier on LAN. So everybody has to go there, and then you might not even get through to the main tournament. It seems a bit weird. Then again, I suppose that's also what ROG are doing over the next few days, so... Yeah, it's a bit odd. I feel like... is there any prize pool for winning the qualifier? Or is it just that, okay, you flew here, now you lost, so go home? Anyway, quite a long pause. I feel like somebody should have called an unpause by now. This seems to have gone on for far too long. Unless it's turned into a technical and I just wasn't told. I was told and I haven't looked at Skype. Yes, the wonderful Skype. Normally I say other options are available to Skype. Better options are available. Here we go, though. Finally, we're going to see the unpause called. Sergey has to do his chores, yeah. Bedtime. That's the only thing I've got on Sergey is the fact that he's young. If that's the insult that I have to give to him, he's just better than me. I can't insult his Counter-Strike. So it has been a bit of a quiet start from him. And he finished you have to remember, he got 35 kills in normal time. And I'm pretty sure in the whole of overtime he had 1. So it did look like he was slowing down a little bit. Here we go, though. T-side, a big advantage in this round. It's only going to be pistols once again. They're saving for that next round bye. Peek can be coming in. Sontares. Let's try and start things off. We'll be able to get one. Sergey not going to be going for the re-peek, and when he does, his head is taken off as well. Looking... Oh, he's done it again! The same one tap! Stop peeking car, guys. Don't peek car versus Sontares, because he's a filthy, filthy one-tapper. I'm actually going to be able to make a highlight montage soon of just him getting that one kill on the car. Every time. It's always one bullet. And the scariest thing now is both him and Calyx are playing incredibly well. This is when this team is at its most dangerous. Yes, there's other players that can step up. Paz getting those entry kills, even Engine with the AWP. But when those two go off is when this team is scary. Nice dunk, though. Start to the round already. CT side have bought in the double AWPs once again. And you have to remember that the last time they did this, it was actually a pretty decent scenario. It was a 4v3 retake. They just didn't manage to retake. Push could be coming through. Risky stuff, but Alexi will get one. And he gathers a lot of information. So that's sort of worthwhile, especially with the amount of damage that's now been done onto Major as well. Alex picking up the AWP. T-side can be trying to take over mid. They do have to watch out for Ottend, who is here with the AWP. Holding passive at the moment, whereas Zarte is the one who's going aggressive, and he actually catches the bomb. Not in the easiest spot to try and defend it. On the other side of the map, Paz is trying to find some sort of entry pick, but the timing gets the better of him, and it seems like the CT side may have just awoken. Only Major left. How much damage can he do? Just misses the shot onto Watson. Slightly delayed. Second time we'll hit it, though. That's already one AWP drop. Looking like he is just going to opt to save. They got the money, so it doesn't really matter, but not giving this AWP over to his opponents could be quite important. I'm not going to see the CTs go for any aggressions here, and they actually do have their second AWP already retrieved. So it is going to be 3-7. T-Sub will comfortably be able to buy back in. They should be able to for the next 2 rounds as well. It's going to take a lot to be able to break the Turkish side's economy. Hot flash, a little bit missed. Zontaras will be left blind, but it's going to be 3 players looking to try and take control of this B site. Sergey, it's going to be up close. You have to remember the CT side. They keep a few players alive, but their money is not in a good state. In the meantime, I'm going to see the push in, and look at Sergey. He's right around the edge of that smoke. Hot flash goes in. He runs straight into the shots of Major. Already the first man down, and by the looks of it, they're just going to boost back up through the vent, try and take control of middle in a different form. Karan is going to have to be very careful here as he pushes out, but he does have support from Alexei already taking away that man advantage once again, and Zate with the AWP is still doing work on the B site. Oh, no, I thought the second shot was hit by him. It's actually Engine with the AWP instead. Bomb will be going down, and it is going to be a 3 versus 2. Both players with AWP. This is not going to be easy. They basically have to hope that somebody peeks into the angle, makes a mistake, and gives them an opening instead. The smoke going down, the pot flash thrown in. CT side, if they don't get something quickly, they may just have to opt to try and save, but Otten does not look like he wants to do that at all. Trying to just sneak through the smoke. And eventually, they are just going to make the decision to fall back. Keep the AWPs, give themselves another chance to fight in the next round. Otten won't be able to drop anything, but Zate should be able to at least drop a single rifle. Their buy won't be the worst. It definitely won't be the best, and they need to hold on to both of these AWPs, otherwise it isn't going to be worth it. Either way, 8-3. The reset chance still in the next round. If HAVU lose this next one, I think Space Soldiers will just be running away with the game. Here we go, though. Sergey left onto a CZ. A UMP for Alexei, so it definitely isn't ideal. They're going to be getting themselves up in that vent, though, and looking like we may just have a speed up in the round this time from the T side. A lot of utility being used to try and expend stuff. Zontara is actually into that Molotov, and there goes Sergey. Aggressive push in once again. Will be able to retrieve a rifle. Looking for the re-peek. Doesn't find anything as of yet, but may just opt to try and spray through the smoke himself. In the meantime, his teammates, his opponents, are actually trying to find a way in over towards A. There's actually only one man here. Karan, he's going to miss the spray. Gives Calyx a chance, and that's not something you want to be doing. The A site now becomes clear. The only man there to hold the rotations is going to be Otten. Not going to spot anything just yet, although Calyx looking tempted to peek. It is going to be a 4v4 with the bomb down. Now, the retakes so far haven't been great from HAVU. They've been struggling, even in a 1v3, but that's a nice shot. Through the smoke goes one. And now they have an advantage. Once again, we've already seen this before. However, Zontaras isn't here to help. Calyx is low. There isn't that much utility from the T side whatsoever. Already Paz, though, and Major managed to pick up one apiece. Major doing work. He's taken the Zontaras roll, and it may not be a one-tap, but he's already going to scare Otten away. Running for the hills, knowing he has no chance. And it will now be 9-3. Money is going to be reset. Calyx needing to run away so he doesn't go down to the bomb. And all that can really be done is dropping over that extra CZ. CT side will look to buy into the next round. 2,400 additional cash, but it won't be enough to buy an AWP. So they may just have to try and save that into the next one. There we go. Looking like they may just completely abandon mid. Go for a little bit of aggression instead. Not spotting anything out as of yet. The main man has to be Otten with that AWP. Yeah, Big versus an IP was a 2-0. 16-0, and then I think it was 16-5. Then an IP will play Mouse Sports. Actually, on the other stream a little bit later on. I should be casting that too, just depending how long this goes for. And it's not looking good at the moment. 9-3 in favor of Space Soldiers. Not a whole lot to play with in this round for the CT side. There we go, though. Push in. Zontaras up above. Alexi. Oh, doesn't quite get executed. The box takes the damage instead, but we'll be waiting around the corner. Zontaras takes down Alexi, and Caron does manage to at least trade one back. And the Otten Orb manages another. They're actually making this a little bit closer than probably would have liked, and actually pushing into Otten could be a bit of a problem. Major looking to try and sneak in from behind. Will spot Zate, but actually gets dinked himself. This may be a round to be stolen. Calyx still stands, which, well, 14-3 at the moment. And he is going to be able to go over towards that B site, get the bomb down. Otten actually does have himself a kit, and the rotation's attempted to be held by the one man left. Rotation is going to be quick enough, and Zate just running through the smoke should be enough to kill off Calyx. It's a round stolen from HAVU. One they never should have had, but it will stop them from having to eco here, as they will get enough money to buy into the next. T side, though, we've still got plenty of cash on their side, too, as Calyx still with 14,000 left. Here we go, though. Aggression in this time. Already Otten picks up 2. Nice work from him with the AWP. Started to come into his own, and Caron will be there to get a third. Maybe this can be the shutdown of Space Soldiers right at the depths. With 6 rounds, it's definitely still workable. Nice shot from Zontaras, though. Still... Oh, voice crack. Still deadly as ever. Do still have to be careful here. Sergey's gone a little bit aggressive. Could be spotted for now. Zontaras is now going to try and make his move towards A. He's got the split into middle with Major, who has to do quite a lot of damage. Spots the first, hits a second, looks for his stir, but can't quite manage it. But it's going to be Zontaras pushing onto the site. Alexi is waiting for him and will be able to close him down. Leaves Major with only 30 seconds to play with and 14 health. Surely this is not going to be possible. The Molotov isn't going to quite reach either. He needed that to do a little bit more. The problem is even just crossing onto the site is going to be very difficult. This is a ridiculous tight angle from Sergey, but he's still going to be able to hit the shot. 9-5. It will be another on the board. A nice attempt from Major. It's going to go amiss. But as said, they've still got plenty of money, so they are going to be buying into the last round of this half. Our 9-6 scoreline really wouldn't be too bad for HAVU, considering how things started off. Space Soldiers may feel like they could have done a little bit better. Few shots through the smoke. Actually, Major mostly doing damage onto Engine. Shots going through. Oh, Engine. Play it with fire. There we go. Otten straight through the wall. Goodbye, Engine. Nothing you could do about that one. I was waiting. I was patient. Otten is going to steal that kill. 4 versus 5, a great start, but the T's are now looking to try and back over towards that A site. They've managed to sneak a couple of players towards it already, and Calyx is going to make his way onto the site. As said, HAVU and their retakes haven't been the best so far. Ooh, that nade was getting close. Not quite there. Major looking to try and hold in. Takes one down on those rotations. Zate's still going to be there. And Alexi from behind. He lines up one. A second. Quickly traded out from Calyx, and now Otten has to do it alone. It isn't going to happen. A nice start from the man from Finland. However, it is going to be 10-5. Space Soldiers on their map choice need 6 rounds to make it through to China. Only 997,000 to go. Close. Rip is what? I have no idea. Is it still doing it? Either way, we are going to be going back into our pistol round. We are going to have the cross already. Zontares manages to pick up one. It will be a trade back from Sergey into a 4 versus 4. Sergey with another, doubles down, but it's still only going to be the 3 versus 2. The CT side just making things work, and Zate is going to be the only one left alive. 2v1. Zate tries his best, but the pistol now goes the way of Space Soldiers. I don't know what the noise was. Side likely to try and force this back. They need to get into this game. They need to do it soon. UMPs for the majority of players over on Space Soldiers, so expecting some closer range angles, a little bit more aggression from them. And the T's all going to be gathering up towards the B site. Push could be coming in. Let's see what they can do. Looking like the CT side just holding for the retake at the moment. Calyx will at least be able to find one. A second bomb plant almost seeming inevitable, but Calyx is doing his best. Autumn will trade another, so leaving it close, but Zontares seems to be doing the work. 3 kills for him. A 4th to close, and Zontares is on fire at the moment. 22 and 12, 17 and 6 for Calyx. And it is now just going to be, once again, a horrible situation for HAVU. Not going to be much they can really invest in this. They didn't manage to get that bomb down, even though they had the site. Zate just going to be left with a single deagle. Looking to try and do at least a little bit of damage in this round. Aggression going to be coming in. Spots Zontares and Paz who take over A main. They are just going to set him up. I think this is the first time I've actually seen a game where Sergey isn't actually at the top of the board for his team. And they're not winning at least, and Otton's just going crazy. It's not been a good performance from him so far, which is unfortunate. They definitely need him. There we go. Otton and Corona actually going to get a couple of players. However, not expecting much more. The bomb looking to try and rotate back around towards that B site, which may actually be possible. They've abandoned it. This could be a bit of a mistake coming out. Over Calyx. May just get him on the timing. Looking to try and retrieve the Deagle. Left with a gun. Or no gun for a second, and it won't matter. Calyx is going to make things 13 and 5. HAVU. This is it. This is where they have to make their stand. They need to do something with these AK-47s. In the next round, without a bomb plant, they will not have a buy. And that will be 15 if they don't. Already, Space Soldiers firmly in the lead. It was very close on the first map. Went to double overtime. And HAVU are going to be kicking themselves that when they were up, what, 13 to 9, they didn't manage to close things down and finish it off. Can they make the comeback here? That's the real question. Can they do anything to stop the soldiers from space on their map pick with both of their stars kicking off at the moment? Here we go, though. Major waiting up close already finds the first. Calyx there to support him, but nobody else over towards that B side of the map. Engine is going to be playing up close in mid, and he only has himself a UMP. Not ideal, but still. Deadly as ever. A little bit of a flash could be coming in, and Zontaris doesn't spot out either of the players close. Paz, however, does, and he will take down 2. Eventually traded out. It will be Zarte running onto the site. A 2 versus 3 scenario. Alexi's managed to retrieve an AWP as well. Rotation going to be coming in. Alex just holding with the AWP, hoping that somebody will push into his crosshair. Engine already from behind. Manages to take down 1. Alexi is the only man left, and eventually Major's there. It will be 14, sorry, to 5. Bomb is going to be defused. Only a bomb plant at least. It gives them something extra. They can buy the AKs as a minimum. They would have to be pretty low on utility if they were to do that. But I expect that they're going to try it. Already, the majority of players, in fact every single player, just going to try and pug their way through this one. No utility to be had, only a couple of smokes and a single flashbang. Nothing more can be afforded. Alexi already got his head down, that's not a good sign. Molotov could be thrown into the boost. A nade, oh, if it gone over the boost, could have done so much damage. Instead, they're going to be forced off the point. And Major, in the meantime, is looking to try and actually go a little bit more aggressive. Calyx is the one with the AWP. And Karan, is he about to get caught? Yes, he is. Already the first kill goes the way. Into middle, though. Go the T side. Engine will be able to take down 1. And as he fades away, he does more damage. Even support from Zontares. And Major now even pushing further forward to catch them from behind. Leaves just Sergey left in a 1 versus 5. He's good, but I don't think he's that good. And Major's just leaving him completely blind in a corner. Sat in the Molotov, and that was almost just torturing your opponent before you finally finish them off. Map, series, and qualification point for Space Soldiers. Their chance to get through to the $150,000 Shanghai Invitational. All it takes is one more round. T-side, they don't have a lot to play with either. They've got some utility this time, but the majority of their players still with nothing. Head armor has been dropped, and the rifles is all they really have to go on. It's actually running here, so they should be able to know that the boost is going to be in play. The question is, can they actually do anything about it? And the push already, Sergey's going to be down. He's just a spectator now. As the rest of his team do look to try and push in towards this A site. And as said, they would have heard the footsteps, only leaving Zontar. As I say, only. He's on the back of the site, quickly falls. It will be a trade back from Engine and Calyx with another. A 2 versus 2. As said, to close out this game. Whereas HAVU, they're trying their best to try and cling to something here. Peek out. We will see the loss of 1. It's down to just Major. 1 versus 2. The in-game leader, currently 20-9. Can he close this, or are we going to see at least HAVU survive for one more round? Looking to try and get an elevated position. Be spotting anything yet. Does have a kit, but has absolutely no utility. Of angles being cleared. Does actually duck down, and the jump will definitely give his position away. May just look to try and retreat back here. There isn't really much time to do anything. Just trying to keep both these players into the site by the looks of things. Taps the bomb. Peak will come out. I think they should both be fine to survive. 6-15. AWP even going to be retrieved in the end by HAVU. But as said, it is going to be another buy coming in for the Space Soldiers. Looking to try and end this here and now. It's a long way back for HAVU. But they do at least get themselves around on the board. It will be a decent amount of utility as well. Sergey going to be suffering a little bit, but you can see the rest of the team have got full utility rifles and even an AWP onto Otten. Here we go, though. Boost over the smoke. Not going to be finding anything as of yet, although it is looking like Karan is about to go onto the boost spot. Playing quite passively at the moment, but should be the opener, but actually he wins the battle. Calyx not going to be able to hit the shots in the end. T-side given another opening. Molotov going to be thrown out. Alexi will peek. Zontares trying to avoid the flash. Still sprays down one. Retreats back. Sprays wild, but he's only going to do damage. Still leaves the man advantage, at least for now. Now, boost is back in play. Paz, please stop switching weapons. Engine just going to be waiting out. Either way, whichever site they go to, it is just going to be the split. The defense with one man on either side. A couple of players gathering up towards the vents at the moment. Major, once again, is going to be alone on B. There we go, though. Push in on the site. As said, we've got Major looking to try and defend this. Rotation will be coming in from Engine. Has a Molotov. Peek out. Major sprays one and a second as well. Already doing the damage, leaving just Otten to try and survive versus 3. 10 seconds left. Surely this is over now. Space Soldiers, they've done it. There's no way that Otten is going to be able to win this one, and it is going to be Space Soldiers making their way to the Starladder Shanghai Invitational. Major will close it in the end, and a big congratulations is in order. It took real stomach to be able to come back in that first map. And then on Cash, we saw the Space Soldiers Masterclass. Either way, guys, that is it. At least on this stream, we will be switching over to Starladder 2 if you would like to watch NIP versus Mouse Sports. So hopefully I'll see you over there in a minute. If you have enjoyed the cast, you can type !caster in the chat. That will take you to my Twitter. Other than that, I can say congratulations to Space Soldiers. Commiserations for HAVU, a great attempt at getting through. And we'll be back again at the LAN Finals in November.
E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.